They won't recognize you when you come back. And that's the point. For the next 6 months, silence the noise, step back, and build in the dark. Most people will never take the time to reset. They stay plugged in, scrolling, distracted, lost in opinions that aren't even their own. But what if you disappeared for 6 months? What if you actually took back control of your life? What would that look like? In this video, I'm going to dare you to do something that only you can do. You know the difference between the situation you want and the situation you have. I dare you to disappear for 6 months. Let me know what happens when you come back. In this video, I'm going to break down the 6 steps that will be needed for you on this 6-month journey in order to transform your life and actually become the person that you can be proud of. And we're going to get right into it. The first step is to cut the noise. Imagine this. For 6 months, you're in ghost mode, not to prove a point, not to show anyone that you can do it, but because you owe it to yourself. No social media, no mindless distractions, no unnecessary conversations, just silence, space to hear yourself think. To cut the noise is to realize that, yes, you're alive right now, but are you really living? A lot of times we get lost in this idea that we're enjoying life, when really we're barely even alive. What kind of life is a life that you don't get to voice your opinion? What kind of life is a life that you're afraid to even be yourself, where you're around groups of people and you're afraid to show your authenticity? Is that really a life? Or do you have to put on a mask just so you can be in those environments? To cut the noise is to get back to yourself so you can understand the difference between you and the outside world. A lot of times we've been walking on this journey for so long that it's hard to separate the two, when really the difference between you and the things that you're putting yourself through are like oil and water. It's just that you've been working so hard to keep the mix that you think that they're one, but you need to slow down and stop mixing that oil and water. And very soon you're gonna realize that the oil is gonna separate from that water solution. You're different than what you're dealing with. So why are you treating yourself like you are the same? Imagine 6 months in the span of an entire lifetime is not even a blink. Take this little blink and give yourself the opportunity to be with yourself so that you can become yourself and then be around people that truly deserve to be in your presence. Step 2 on this journey is to reprogram your mindset. After spending so much time with people, after being around different influences for so long, we start to forget what thoughts are really our own. After walking the same path with people that you don't even necessarily get along with, but because you've been around them for so long, it's what's normal. So you feel like this is you, but it's not you. To reprogram your mindset is to separate your thoughts from the thoughts of everybody else. And this can only be done when you isolate yourself, when you let go of what you think needs to be. Because a lot of times we're holding on to relationships, situations, even habits. And we just think that, oh, well, that's just me. I just do this or I just do that. But it's not you. It's who you've been cosplaying as for a long period of time. But that doesn't really mean that it's you. Is it really your voice that's coming out when you're speaking? Sometimes the voice that you've been hearing all this time is the voice, the combined voice of others, the combined opinions of others, the combined ideologies, perspectives, ways of being of others. To reprogram your mind is to separate yourself so you can give yourself the opportunity to develop your own voice. Take a step back, reprogram your mind. And this could mean getting back in nature. This could mean writing down your thoughts. This could mean spending more time in prayer. What is the last things that excited you? What are the last things that made you feel alive? To reprogram your mind is to remember the first sparks and connecting all those first sparks and allowing it to tell you something. And that thing that it's gonna tell you is unique, because no matter how anybody else tries to copy you, be you, and no matter how much you try to be somebody else, everybody's voice is unique, but not everybody actually taps into their voice. And this is why everybody sounds the same. Don't be that person. Now, the third step is to master your craft in the shadows. To master your craft in this perspective is to master the art of being you. What makes you smile? What makes you feel happy? What makes you feel joy? What makes you cry? What makes you want to do something? What inspires you? What lights you up? Find these things. And just like how you're building pottery, You're going to shape it into the perfect statue to represent to the world and to put on display. This is your time to mold yourself to the best of your abilities. And during this period of time where you're mastering who you are, you're going to stop feeling like you're missing out. You're going to stop feeling like you need to be somewhere else. It's going to bring you joy to give to yourself, to feed yourself. Before doing this, everything feels like we're missing out. It always feels like we need to be somewhere. I should have been at this party. I should have been at this person's house. You always feel like you're missing out before you master who you are. Why do you feel that way? Because there's so many parts of other people that's a part of you that you don't even know where to go. It's like you're being ripped in every single direction. So you never really feel complete because a percentage of you wants this, a percentage of you wants that. You're all over the place. When you start mastering the art of being who you are, you start becoming effortlessly. You stop feeling like you need to be everywhere. You need to be right here with you. Maybe people need to be around you for a change. Master your craft. And sometimes only disappearing gives you the ability to do this. You can do this around other people, but if you're tired of stretching out this growth journey into little spurts of growth here and there and here and there, you need to supercharge that by stepping away from everything and saying, I don't want this nonsense anymore. I'm trying to exist. I'm trying to live. I'm trying to become. You have to make that choice. And that choice can better be made when you separate from people, separate from the noise. The fourth step is to build your body. It's not for the appearance to others. You're living in this vessel. Think of this like a F1 car. If you want that car to perform its best, no matter if it has the best wheels, it has the best, paint, the best engine, the best this, the best that, it's looking like a Batmobile. That F1 car, if it's fueled with regular gas, that thing is not going anywhere. So you're not gonna spend all this time reprogramming your mindset, cutting all the noise, becoming who you are, just so you can work on normal fuel. You need to fuel yourself with the things necessary so that you can exist on that level. So to build your body means to, yes, take care of yourself. Yes, work out. Yes, if it's 30 minutes, 20 minutes a day, whatever you have to do, maintain a good physique, maintain a good body. This also means what you're eating. What are you putting inside of your body? You cannot control the world if you can't even control what you put in your mouth. You cannot control circumstances around you, high stress circumstances around you, if you can't even manage your appetite. That doesn't even make any sense. Feed yourself the things that is needed to be that person that you want to be, because that person is waiting for you. The finish line is waiting for you to cross it. Your body is a vessel. You need to take care of this vessel so that you can reap the fruits of your labor. And that is going to pay you off in the long run by tenfold, hundredfold, 10 millionfold. Because think about this. Let's say you work so hard at a certain business and you're getting millions, just bank, 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 bank. Just millions are banking in. But you're so sick, you can't even use none of these millions. You can't even go outside for a walk. You can't even get on a plane because you gotta make sure that you're at the hospital at a certain time and all these things. Your knees don't feel good. Your back is broke. How are you gonna enjoy these millions? Take care of your body. It's the best thing that you can do. Step number 5 probably should have been number 1, build your faith. Yes, reconnecting with yourself is very important. Reprogramming your mind is very important, but there's a higher power and you need to connect to that higher power. You need to be walking in one order with that higher power. You need to have that higher power, God, as a part of your life so that you can walk this path the way that it's necessary for you to walk this path. A lot of times we're walking in confusion because we're trying to work off of our own will. But as they say, man plans and God laughs. The best way for you to accomplish and become fulfilled is to be one with this higher power, to be one with God. Because the confidence of an individual is way different than the confidence of an individual that is walking with God. There is no certainty like the certainty of walking with the Most High. When things do get rocky in the future, because they will, you know that you're not walking alone. And that confidence is unlike any confidence of this world. And it's a confidence that you have to tap into if you truly want to become who you are. Without faith, it's easy to get distracted. Without faith, you're subject to this world. Without faith, every single thing that seems high is higher than you, so you're likely to follow it. Oh, this rapper, let me just follow him. Oh, this model, let me just follow her. Oh, this is the king, let me do what the king does. But all these people are under the Most High. So you're just walking a zigzag into nothingness because they all have to answer to the Most High. So remember, yes, you're reconnecting with yourself, but you're becoming one with that order that only you can follow in your way. And this leads us into the sixth and final step. Imagine this. You've had no distractions for the longest time, so you're not affected by what the world is affected by. You're sure about who you are. You're confident about who you are. You spent all this time mastering your craft. You spent all this time in the darkness building this light inside of you. Your faith is 100. Your confidence is 100. Your physique is 100. The way you eat is 100. Because while they stayed the same, you evolved. While they were busy, you were becoming. And now you are unstoppable. So, are you ready to disappear? Remember to like this video on your way out. Save this video, and I want to see you 6 months down the line. I want to see those messages saying, Prince, I did it. Subscribe if you haven't already. And if this video struck a chord, inspired you, watch this next video that will also help you on your journey. I'll see you in the next one.